Hi everyone, this is Ivanati Makrina from Engeli. I'm a skills development coordinator. That is my position here. So I'm responsible to develop trainings and for youth employment and entrepreneurship program. But for today, I specifically want to speak to entrepreneurs and business owners, specifically about identifying an ideal client. So I know that this year probably it has been a busy year for many of entrepreneurs, or it has been a quiet year for entrepreneurs. But as we are closing and ending the year, I think it is also a very important time to sit down and re-strategize for the following year. And one of the things that one needs to think about and to consider as they are strategizing for the next year is refining or identifying the ideal client, because that is mostly one of the things that majority of entrepreneurs miss. They focus too much on the product and improving and pushing the product, but they forget to identify and clearly define their ideal client. So I think as you are unpacking and strategizing for the following year, please think deeply as to who is actually your ideal client, because that will help you to reduce your marketing costs, because you're gonna know exactly who you are talking to, and that will help you to be able to develop a proper marketing strategy, because you'll be understanding exactly what the clients need and how the client would prefer you to communicate with them. So that is a very important way also that can help you to reduce your cost for the company, because majority of entrepreneurs, what we do, we just shoot. We don't even know who are talking to, and we spend a lot of money chasing client who some of them are not even our ideal client. Now, the question would be, how do I identify an ideal client? I guess it goes back to understanding what problem does your product solve, right? What problem does your product solve? And for whom do you solve that problem, or who has that problem? Before you can even think about marketing and all that stuff, I'll make an example for my book. I have a book, it's called The Nature's Greatest Miracle. The problem that I'm trying to solve there, I'm trying to help South African youth to develop a strong sense of self-identity, because that is the problem that I've identified. So even you need to understand exactly what problem does the product solve, and who is experiencing that problem. And then once you are done, then clearly defining who is experiencing that problem. Just like I said, to me it's South African youth. I could have said youth generally, but I know South African youth. Then that will help me to know where to reach and how to reach them. So similar applies for you identifying your ideal clients. You need to understand who experiencing this problem, and then after you know exactly who and how are they experiencing this problem, then you come to your product or your business or your solution. How does your solution or your business solve that problem? For my make example using my book, is that through my book, one gets to be able to define themselves outside the environment, outside the challenges that they've made, outside the difficulties that they've encountered in life, outside the what do you call it, the mistakes of their parents. That's what you get by reading my book. All right. Now, even you as an entrepreneur, by us using your product, what are the benefits? Because that's what is important, right? Because when you market and you speak to ideal client, you need to speak about the benefits, not about the features. That's another thing. Maybe we'll discuss another day. Once you understand the ideal clients, you communicate the benefits. So that's what you need to do. And then now, once you are clear on that, of course, you need to develop a strategy as to how are you going to communicate the benefits to our ideal client, which what we called marketing strategy. Okay, just to recap, I said, as you are doing a lot of things, I know there are a lot of financial planning, forecasting, but I'm saying don't forget to redefine your ideal clients, right? Because you might say, I know my ideal clients, but people change, things change. You might find out the people that used to be your ideal clients, their needs have changed. So by doing this, that will also help you now not to miss the point, not to lose the clients that you already have, and then also to even get more market share than you're already getting. Now, going back, first step, You need to know the product that you have, what problem does it solve, who is experiencing that problem, what is the benefit that your product or whatever service you're offering to the ideal client, and most importantly, how then are you going to communicate the benefits to your ideal client. All right, so that is my advice as we end the year. I'm hoping that you had a great year, and I'm hoping you're going to have the best year going further, and all the best. Thank you.